Hi guys, welcome back. It's UK here, another vid. I was just trying to watch a video by our community friend Andrew. And unfortunately I didn't get more than about a minute into the video before I had to stop it because I got a little bit miffed. Not at Andrew, but I had a concept that he was talking about. Andrew and I, while he's got some very good ideas, and so, he's definitely one of the you should listen to sort of people on the community. There are a lot of things that he and I see very different points of view on within the game. In this particular case, he was talking about XP, and specifically the idea that if somebody doesn't turn up to a game session, it doesn't matter why. They could just be a case if they don't turn up and they don't tell you that they're ill, somebody, a family member or friend has died, or they've been abducted by aliens, whatever. That character gets no experience points, and that ruffled my feathers to the point that I found I had to just turn his video off, because it's one of those things that really flies in the face of my view on the game and GMing. Because one of the things I hate in D&D and Pathfinder is the idea that some people have of everybody on separate XP totals, and if you've got a player that can't make for whatever reason, his character's screwed. Especially if the rest of the party turn up, the rest of the players turn up rather, and the party goes off and does something where they generate a load of XP, and that guy or girl doesn't get it. Well, if I was in that situation, I would probably just go, right, fine, sod you, and walk away. I'd find a better game. Now, because I look at this, because at the moment in my Sunday night Pathfinder game, I've got a player who isn't very well. The doctors don't know what's wrong with him, but he just feels really crappy all the time. He has the energy to get up and go to work every day, but he doesn't want to push his luck at the weekends when he should be resting by turning up. He has to drive all the way over here from way out of town for about 4 hours and then drive home again. So he's taken some time off. We still play his character. One of the other guys takes charge of it. But the point is, in this case, he's been missing for a couple of months now. So he was probably 3rd level. I think when he was the character was not 3rd level when he was last here. They've gained 2 levels since then. When the guy came back, he'd be screwed. My view on this is, quite frankly, it's group experience points. Doesn't matter whether the player. I mean, you want your players to turn up, and let's be fair, XP is an incentive to turn up. But it's group experience. It's not individual experience points, and I quite dislike that. Another example would be in the alternate Friday night Pathfinder game I'm playing in, where we are running through the Rise of the Rune Lords adventure path for Paizo. What the GM in question did at the beginning, before when we handed our characters in, he wanted character background, and he didn't say that he would be rewarding starting XP based on the character background. So everyone just threw their backgrounds in. And we had one player, who is the former owner of our local game store, wrote like a 3-page essay. So started off almost 2nd level because he'd done so much work and so much into it. Myself and a couple of other players had done a couple of paragraphs or maybe a page. I mean, my character background was 2 paragraphs. It's one of the reasons why I never bothered going to university or college or anything like that, because they want you to write huge, great big text documents to explain something, and I can explain it perfectly well in a couple of paragraphs. So I wrote a couple of paragraphs, explained his character background. I got told, yeah, that's really quite good. I got a decent starting XP. My nephew, who's playing, I mean, he's a nice lad, but he isn't the sharpest tool in the box. I don't know what he wrote, but he got about 100 XP. Which was far less than everybody else got. And what this has meant is that we're all on completely different levels of XP. And if the party splits up for any reason, and say 2 of us go and do something, they get the XP for what they've done, and the others get XP for what they've done, if any. And it has been one of the grumbles that I've got from a couple of the players, including my nephew, because they're not on the same level. And to be fair, I mean, I've already said that the CR system in the D20 game system, whichever 3rd edition Pathfinder, the CR system does not work. It's a complete load of pants. But you need that as a guideline for the party, because if you go, right, the average party level is now blah, but you've got a character that's 2 levels below everybody else, the lowest person or below everybody else, it throws it out the window, because that person can't handle that sort of threat. Now, I've done it in games. I mean, I've played or run a few games where sometimes, someone does something really cool and you want to reward them, so 100 XP, something like that. I did it in a Dark Heresy campaign that I ran about 4 years ago. One of the things was a series of murders on a hive world, and pretty much what I did was, use what you know. I went through and studied the Jack the Ripper murders, took some elements of that, and used those as the murders. And when one of the players turned around and went, "Hang on, I remember this. Isn't this ... And I went, "Yeah, well done. You spotted that." It was nothing to do with the game, but it was really cool that the player had actually recognised something, even though I tweaked it or whatever. He got a little bit of bonus XP. Another player got something else for recognising something else completely different that I had thrown in and not expected anyone to do. But that was a game system where it really doesn't matter. But in something like D&D Pathfinder, you need everybody to be on, the party to be on an equal experience level. And I have to say, sorry, Andy, but that sort of approach really sort of got my back up for some reason. I mean, we all have different approaches, different ideas on how our games run and everything else, but that's one of those things that I think is kind of inviolate. You can't change that. Everybody should be on the same experience level. But anyway, it's kind of a little rant. It's not a rant at Ander or his video or anything like that. It's just something that got thrown in there, and I thought I'll do a quick video on it. Anyway, let me hear your thoughts on that. Whether you agree, disagree, neutral, whatever. Let me know. I'll do a video response or whatever, and